I play a character named Harley, and he's a very driven, hard-working guy, very successful at a young age. He's a billionaire, internet billionaire, and he's very driven, and he becomes obsessed with some things. You know, it's kind of his personality to kind of be obsessed and goal-driven, and he kind of shows a more darker, destructive side along with that obsession. So that's kind of him in a nutshell. He's a bit of a handful. Oh man, you read that kind of character in a script and on the page, and it's just like, for an actor, it's almost like a dream come true to get a chance to play a character with so many layers. And you know, you see him in one part of the film, and he's so good to be too good to be true, and then you see him in another part of the film, and he's like psychotic. And it's like, just to be able to take that ride with a character and bring all that to life is really like an actor's dream come true.
I play a character. Her name is Melinda, and she is a very troubled young lady. She's, you know, running from an insane past. You know, she's had a lot of trouble in relationships that's caused her to not only doubt herself, but run from herself. And, you know, she was a challenge to play because she, again, like the Harley character, she has a lot of different layers, and you know, it's a roller coaster, you know, to play someone with so many different colors and, you know, versatility. But I was excited about it because I had never played someone like her before, and I felt like the challenge was needed, and it was something that I really wanted to do to see if I could even do it, you know?
I play the role of Bryce, who's a small town guy, who's a hard worker. He's on his way to becoming a pharmacist. He marries his childhood sweetheart, played by Jurnee. Along the way, he's become comfortable in his relationship, and he doesn't even know it. I mean, this is the life he knows. He thinks everything is going great, you know. His wife kind of feels neglected, you know, and along comes this guy who just changes everything for her, shows her a new life. And you know, you deal with a man who's watching his relationship fall apart, you know, and he's fighting to keep that relationship intact. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's Bryce. He's a nice guy, a little too nice, you know. So.
Well, I always wanted to work with him, just from the movies that he's made in the past. And you know, he always seemed like a nice guy. I had met him at an event, and I was like, wow, he's so humble and down to earth. I would love to, you know, just see what it's like to, you know, work with him. And, you know, I just wanted to. And, you know, I prayed about it and got the call. Thought somebody was playing on my phone, but it was him.
Well, his track record is pretty much the same, as far as his movies are so powerful, and they speak directly to the people that are watching them. You know, someone somewhere can always identify with some of his characters. Like, I think people will look at this movie, for example, and see themselves in Bryce, or see themselves in Melinda, or see themselves in Judith, or see a little bit of themselves in Harley. And I think that he's been able to do that so well. And I think that this is another example of that. So when reading this script, it was like, man, it's an opportunity to be a part of a movie that's going to send such a powerful message and yet connect with so many people. So, you know, it was very intriguing, you know, immediately.
I think it was a lot of moments like that. It's kind of hard to pick one particular moment. I mean, honestly, I was just so happy to be there and be in the type of company that I was in, that, you know, all of it was great for me, honestly.
Yeah, I think it was fun bouncing off each other.
I loved working with you, by the way.
Likewise, I mean, just playing with our characters and discovering new things in the scene was really amazing. I mean, this is a very talented cast, from Robbie to Brandy to Jurnee to Renee. I mean, she was so needed in this, because it was between her and Kim. This movie is so heavy, and it's so deep, and it's so emotional, and just to have their characters to lighten up certain situations, it was very much so needed. You know.
Well, it was challenging to kind of tap into those darker moments for Harley, because I'm nothing like him. I mean, literally nothing like him, and it was it was kind of an interesting thing to try to connect to something to where I can make this character make sense and make him believable and find the real truth within him. And basically, I just kind of connected to his need for love and understanding and affection, and just saw that in myself. But he just displays it in such a more like toxic and destructive kind of way. So to speak to that question, it was just challenging to go from being so nice and so sweet in one moment to being this very destructive, toxic, almost evil kind of guy in the next moment. So it was kind of walking that fine line was always challenging, but it was a lot of fun.
I hope this film brings about conversation.
Yes.
I hope that, you know, it allows people to, it serves as a reminder that, you know, the choices that you make, they affect everyone. You know what I mean? One bad decision can change the rest of your life. Not just for yourself, but for your family, for your friends, everyone who's involved with you. It shows you that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Sometimes you just have to water your own grass and nurture that, and you'll be fine.
Right.
Same thing. I don't think I could say any better than that.
Yeah, you know, it's about taking care of home and loving the one that you're with, and it's about not being led astray by just the lure of something that seems better, because like Lance said, it's like the grass is not always greener over there, and once you get in that grass, you might find out that there's some snakes over there, you know. So it's a strong message. I think people are really going to be affected by it. I think so, for sure. I mean, when you have a movie that has such an attractive cast, first of all, and very, you know, talented, and then you add the element of, you know, some sex and some violence and, you know, love, it's just like, it's a killer combination, especially with an amazing message out of all that. So, definitely.